Welcome back. We are continuing with He Was Human by author Red Riviera. Chapter 6.
Elzer stared at her friend, a member of her family. James stared back with the same deep eyes as usual. Thinking about it, the fact she thought that should have been a give. He was a predator, but his build was similar to most other arboreal species. Being a carnivore made no sense, especially since he always ate an herbivorous diet. Was he throwing it up to blend in? Extreme, but not unheard of in non-alliance Deathworld species. The plight of species like the Tauren in Thelos space seemed kind compared to how some other species treated them. The Raxum's membership in the System Alliance made such treatment difficult since they were a Deathworld species that had achieved FTL. Was James a species in similar conditions? A Deathworld was a planet where the life on it was dangerous enough to only be able to produce a predatory sapient. Most herbivores feared the sapient from these worlds instinctively. Mainly why they'd been used as military assets by other species.
Are you going to tell me, or just keep moving your tail from side to side?
James asked. She had taken a while to respond. To be honest, being told she still had the juvenile habit of swinging her tail side to side was embarrassing.
It's just, the doctor said you were a carnivore during my checkup earlier today. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it a bit.
Elzer answered, trying to stop her tail from swinging. Not that it was working.
Oh, that.
James responded.
When I joined up, everybody just assumed I only ate plants. I was going to correct them but noticed a lot of species on board, felt uncomfortable watching others eat meat. It was difficult to give it up, but I don't have to eat meat.
Elzer's tail stopped moving side to side. He didn't have to eat meat. But he could, but that would make him both an herbivore and carnivore. An omnivore. That was impossible though. There has never been an omnivorous sapient. Until now she thought they were a theory. The idea when a sufficiently dangerous Deathworld would produce a sapient that would have to start eating meat during its evolution to become dominant. None of the worlds deemed deadly enough had ever had sapient life of any kind though. Although one was the homeworld of the Humorial. A large sentient tetrapod species, capable of speech and problem solving and language, and a member of the System Alliance. They were reliant on other members for technology, but their homeworld was rich in mineral wealth. After making contact with the people through the theory was just that, a theory. Sapient omnivores were a myth. It was far more likely for a sentient non-humanoid predator to dominate the planet instead.
If your species is omnivorous,
Elzer began, still shocked from the wonder and a bit of fear.
Will it be required that the children once born eat plants and meat as well?
Hey.
James responded, a look of shock appearing on his face. It was surprising since he'd accepted her offer to mate, but did James not know that was invited to reproduce?
End of chapter. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and visit the author, and I'll see you next time. If you didn't, comment on what I can do better. And as usual, have a wonderful day.